Hello, hello, everyone. Danny Garola, Pink Barn Stamper, coming to you from my pink barn. Welcome, welcome in. Let's make sure everything is good and we are up and rolling. It looks like everything is good. We have volume. It's always a good thing. Messy hair, don't care kind of day. Just saying that's what it is. So I at least did you guys the solid and put a little bit of makeup on because nobody wants to see me without that. But it has just been one of those kind of days. We have been crazy busy wrapping presents, getting everything ready for the holidays, getting Christmas cards made, and I'm so behind on that. I'm still trying to get all of my December birthday cards out. We've got tons of doctor's appointments coming up. Just crazy busy, but you know what? It keeps me on my toes and I like it. I swear, I tell myself that's what keeps me young. That's what keeps the brain, the hamsters running around in there. Because otherwise, as soon as I slow down, that's when I'm like, I don't know what's going on. So I started a new vitamin regimen, and it seems like it's actually been helping, especially like with my sleep. I got two different varieties of vitamins. One is like a daytime multivitamin, and then one is like a nighttime multivitamin that has magnesium and stuff in it that helps me sleep. And I tell you what, it says on the directions that as soon as you take two of those nighttime ones, in about a half an hour, you're going to be feeling it. And I do. So it's kind of nice to feel tired at night when I need to, but it's also affecting my reading time because I normally read when I get in bed. That's kind of a my time. We have a monitor that I can still hear my daughter through, but when I go to bed, I am at least reading for at least a good hour, hour and a half, and that's not happening anymore. I'm lucky if I can get through like 2 pages of my book and then I'm ready to just crash because these multivitamins are really helping with the tiredness and actually staying asleep. That's my biggest thing is staying asleep once I fall asleep. I can normally fall asleep as soon as I turn on like a show or something like that. I'll be asleep within seconds, but it's staying asleep that's my problem. Is I normally get up a couple of times. My brain is just constantly on the go, 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 and I'm constantly thinking about things that I should just, shut off for the day, but the woman brain just doesn't let that happen. And I'm sure a lot of you guys probably know exactly what that feels like. So, yeah, so these vitamins have actually been helping with that, but not helping with the reading situation. So every night I'm like, oh, come on, at least let me get through a good chapter here. No, it's just not happening. So I think I need to start telling myself to go to bed earlier, read, then take the vitamins, and then go to sleep. Welcome in, Linda. We've got Linda Jackbustel and we've got Linda Hunt in here, both of my Linda buddies, and we've got Miss Frida in here. Oh, shoot. I was going to show you guys Frida's card. See, Frida sent us a Christmas card, and my husband was actually just looking at it inside of the house, and I forgot to bring it back out here because I wanted to display it in there. 55 degree weather and rainy. She is in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it has been extremely warm here. They actually said that we might hit a record this week of our highs, that it may possibly get up to 80 degrees on what they say Thursday or Friday are our two expected warm days. Now, today we did get up to, what did it say? We got up to 71 today. We are sitting at 60 right now at just a little bit past 6 o'clock here on Arizona time. Yeah, it's saying that 75, what'd they say? 76 on Thursday and Friday, but they said that it might actually get warmer than that. I did watch on the news that there's kind of a storm coming in up there in the Pacific Northwest, and you guys could possibly see some snow. They did say that we might get some days of wind, which doesn't do too well with my Christmas blow-ups out there. So if we see any kind of wind, I go out there quickly and I unplug them so I don't get any tears, snags, any of that kind of stuff. Hello, Miss Cheryl. We have 27 degrees. Oh, and we might get 1 to 3 inches overnight. Ah, wow. Yeah, I would love to see a dusting of snow. Sometimes here in the desert, we do get a dusting, but it's normally not until like January. I don't think we've ever really had snow. I'm trying to remember if we've had snow in December. I don't think so. I think it's more in January. If we're going to see any kind of snow, it's the beginning of the year. So fingers crossed that hopefully we will see some snow this year. But with those forecasting high weathers, that doesn't sound like snow to me. We are still down around like the 40s at night. There was a couple of nights that we got into the 30s. And so just make sure that all of our water pipes and stuff are wrapped. But you don't really have to worry about it too much here. It does happen. We do get a freezing night here and there. But just making sure plants are covered. Animals are, you know, good with having their waters not freeze and that kind of stuff. But when their waters are so full, it would take more than just one freeze to freeze their water solid. So I don't really have to worry about much about that. They've got their own little huts that they can all go into. Chickens all have their coops that they go into at night. I just make sure I put a layer of grass for them, or we use just regular hay, throw it in there. I've been making sure that we get one bale of like Bermuda grass, and then I line their chicken, the coops with that, so they make sure they can get in there and get snuggly. But it's funny because at night when they go inside of their coop, they all cluster together and are all kind of like huddled up, so you know that they're cold in there because they're using their own body heat to stay nice and warm. Okay, you guys, we have got a couple of birthdays this week. Today we have Miss Lori Brunner, and on Wednesday the 10th we have Rhea Jones. So happy birthday to you guys. Those cards have been sent out to addresses that I have. I know it's later in the month that I need to get those cards out in the mail. Oh. So that will be me probably being out here pretty late to make sure I get everything done. I was getting caught up. I had to get caught up on our my videos for the 12 days of Christmas crafting. So hopefully you guys caught those. Those are over on my blog if you missed them. And I actually opened this 12 days of crafting advent calendar. I opened this as well on those videos. Oh my gosh. I have to tell you guys, what a beautiful set of product. This looks fantastic. I can't wait to make cards using this product. It is so like my color scheme. It's got the pinks with the blues, and it is absolutely just gorgeous. It's got that little touch of gold in there with some of the embellishments. And actually Stampin' Up has their videos out right now on Facebook that they have been doing live, opening this product up as well. So this comes with the stamp set, and then there are 12 days of goodies in here. If you want to see a sneaky peeky of it, like I said, you can go over to my blog and see my daily crafts that I have created with you guys for my Christmas crafting, and I open this up. Otherwise, if you don't go over there, you can also watch the videos here on YouTube. So there is that. I also had my event, the Mistletoe Market, which, oh my gosh, was the most heartwarming place I've ever been to since we've lived here in Tucson. So we already signed up. We will be doing actually a big booth next year. We're going to do a full 10 by 10 tent, and my husband's going to set up his shop as well. And it was just, oh, the people who showed up, and just the music that was playing, and just all the people that would stop by and say hi. Just so much fun. I have quite a few potential classes that I'm going to be having in person coming up. So I'm so excited for that. So yeah, just so much fun. It was nice to actually get that feeling down here that I've missed so much from when I lived up in Oregon. So it was much needed. And especially right before the holidays, it was fabulous. It just kind of regenerated that holiday feeling, and it was fabulous. All right, you guys. So I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We are going to talk shop and then get into some gorgeous cards using the set branching out. So hold tight. Let me get you guys flipped around here. Feels like my stand came out a little bit here. Oh, and look at there. You guys don't want to be staring at that camera. That's not fun. Okay, I think that looks okay. All right, so on the first, we started our Cyber Monday sale for paper pumpkins. This ends tomorrow, so be sure to take a look at this. You're definitely, if you have ever had paper pumpkin in the past and your prepaid subscription has expired, I would say you definitely want to grab this again. We also have, that goes along with this, you're going to get your rewards when you sign in to your Stampin' Up login information. And you're also going to be taking, get the product of the month opportunity as well, as long as you go on your 6-month prepaid, or if you do the 3-month and you go ahead and just add a couple more things to your cart to make it equal the $75, then you can take advantage of that product of the month. And I already put the product of the month picture of that beautiful DSP on my blog. You can visit pinkbarnstamper.com and see that exclusive product of the month item over there. So definitely check that out. You can save up to $80 on your Paper Pumpkin prepaid subscription. So it is huge if you do that 12-month. You're going to save $40 if you do the 6-month, and you're going to save $20 when you do the 3-month. So huge savings there alone. And let me tell you guys, you're going to automatically get the December watercolor in bloom. So this one, you cannot pause this one, but then going forward with whatever amount of prepaid you get, when you see the little graphic that we show you, you will then be able to skip a month if it's one that just doesn't, you know, kind of suit your fancy. You can skip it and then wait till the following month to get that next box. But this one here, it says, show your love and appreciation with rich watercolor hues and elegant botanical flourish. It's going to make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 coordinating envelopes. It's going to have copper foil and copper sequins, pre-cut paper and vellum pieces. And it says personalize your cards with greeting and customizable sentiment stamps. So there's that. Then if you want to take your kit even further, we have the Abundant Joy Dies add-on that you can always add on to your quarterly kit. So the December kit is the last in this quarter. It went October, November, December. But if you look at this, you can see that these dies would absolutely stand alone with any one of these kits. So it's kind of a fantastic little die cut add-on to make your kits go even further. All right. So I think that is what we have going on right now. I am going to show you guys, I think I'm going to zoom you guys in just a little bit here. Maybe. There we go. Just a skosh. I do have some new product to share with you guys. So I have got my new mini catalog. So this runs from January to April 2026, full of fantastic product. If you have been a customer of mine, this will be showing up in your mailbox any day now. I'm going to say it's probably going to be between now and the end of the month. Yours should be showing up in the mail. So this is fantastic. Look how beautiful this is. So it just kind of gives you a hint of what is to come inside of this. Now, since this is not live, I cannot open it up and show you anything inside of it, but I did go ahead and pre-order a couple of the sets. There's still more things to come. My mom has stuff over at her house and I didn't grab it to bring it over here. I've got too much going on here. Hold on. I'm going to bring over one thing at a time. So let me share with you guys. We have a new super cute. This is called Cute as a Bug. This is an actual suite in that new catalog. Let me open this up. I haven't even opened this paper up yet. They actually demoed this for us. And I was in love, and I knew that this looks so spring happy vibes that I needed to have this. So you've got, there's the front, there's the back, and it has little dainty flowers on there, like little daisies in a grass field. Perfect for doing some scrapbooking on there. So there's the cute little bugs. Let me hold that up. Aren't those adorable? Like, look, they're holding little leaves. You've got little ladybug. Then you've got the ants go marching one by one. That's what they remind me of. Now that may not have anything to do with that, but that's what that reminded me of. Then you've got this fantastic ones here that you can cut out and use these as backgrounds in cards. Look at this full piece here. Look, it looks like a little picnic blanket. They're having a whole little musical fest here. You've got the mushroom, some foliage, and then over here you've got the stump with some foliage. So, so cute. The back side of that is this little leafy piece here. Then on this one, we've got this really pretty, I'm not sure if that's petal pink on the back, but then again, some more of those cute, adorable little bugs. Look, he's playing music to the little guys who are having a little campfire down here. Oh, love, love, love. Okay, and then this one, let me flip this. Oh, look at the design on that. And then more of those bugs. Look at the little strawberries on this one. So cute. And then we've got some bees. Oh, look at that. That's that same pattern, but this one is just kind of flipped. You've got the greens on the triangles, and then the little X banner here is in pink. And over here, you've got the green in the X pattern, and then the Cajun Craze and Petal Pink in the triangles. So that one's just kind of a little flipped pattern. And look at that. You've got the bees flying through the blackberries and the strawberries. There we go. Look at that picnic blanket look there. Oh, I love that. And then one that is just full of the mushrooms. So natural looking. Just love that. So that's the paper. Now let me share with you guys the goodies that kind of coordinate with that. Look at these. Oh my gosh, right? They're little ladybugs, and then you get these little clear drops, like they're little water drops. Aren't those so cute? So you've got ladybugs and little water, clear like water drops. Then we've got the stamp set. Now these are coming in the new cases. So they're not the ones that have the side on there like our old cases. You know how these are the old like CD cases or DVD cases. They now come in these little thin envelopes. You still get the full photopolymer. We no longer have the red rubber. So there's the stamp set. You still get the full sheet that shows you exactly what those stamps are going to look like. But let me tell you guys that these store so much like less storage that you have to have for these cases, because you got to figure if you look at something like this versus something like this, you can get about 5 to 6 of these cases per one of these. Granted, are you losing the name on the side and the kind of stamped image? Yes, but depending on how you store these, which I'm going to wind up storing mine in, I have these little cases here. This is where I put all my like loose dies. I will wind up storing these in an empty one of these, and then all I will have to do is just flip through them, and I'll keep my current ones like closer to my desk, and then as they phase out, then they'll go to a different basket. But just to show you that I will keep the dies and the stamps together in just a little basket that I have ordered off of Amazon. And then the dies, and these are not flimsy envelopes that these come in. These are really kind of nice. They're the same material that our dies currently come in. So they're really kind of cool, but they're all the same size. That's the other thing that I like about it. So for storage, you're not worrying about different size storages, because in our die cases prior, we had different sizes. Some were wider, some were narrow, you know, so it was just kind of hard to store those all in there. Look how many dies you get in with this. And it looks like the little ants will actually cut out of the paper as well. So I love that they do that. The little worm holding the leaf actually will cut out right here. So your dies will actually coordinate with this paper. And you get 22 dies in this. So, so cute. I can't wait to play with this. And then there's also the, what is this called? Fine English. Specialty Rick Rack. And this is in Old Olive. Let me open this up so you guys can actually get a visual of this. Oh, I love that it's soft. And it's really like easy to bend. It's not going to be very stiff. You could run this down the side of your paper and have a really pretty, like, just element. So that is wonderful. And it's thin too. It's not like super thick. So that goes with this. Okay, let me set this one aside and then show you the other stuff. Then for Heart Day, now these are both going to be in that catalog, just so you know. This is called Made with Love. So you've got the XOs and of course the, you know, traditional Valentine's colors, the pinks and the reds. And then you've got some stripes over here on the back side of that. Then we've got some hearts. Look at that red with the polka dots. An itty bitty polka dot bikini. That's what that reminds me of. So I love these little tiny hearts there. Then we've got larger hearts. Ooh, look at that little tick mark on the back of that. That's cool. That pattern. Then the next one, we've got smaller hearts. Let me flip this over so it's kind of running the right direction. You've got some smaller little hearts there with the hearts on this one in the red and pink. Now I think that's That's either Flirty Flamingo or, let me see here. Yep, Flirty Flamingo and Strawberry Slush Bubble Bath. So very, very pretty pinks. This one, we've got some pink flowers. That's Bubble Bath. And then some more hearts. Look at this with the little arrows and the hearts. And then you've got an ombre effect of those pinks and reds. Oh, I'm in love with this paper. And as you can see, that's the first time I've got to see this as well. So it's kind of neat to open this together and see it. Okay, so this one comes with these fantastic little like gems, and they are like a diamond cut to them. These are called pearlized faceted circles, also coming in the different colors of pinks, but they are that pearlescent. So they change colors in the light, and depending on what you've got them setting on. I also got the Hearts of Love. This is a embossing folder, 3D embossing folder. So you've got the hearts, and then it almost looks like a rainbow with one solid heart in the center. Here is the stamps. So you've got hearts, you've got some really cool little sentiments here, today and always. This would also be good for anniversaries as well. And then here are the dies. I like this little charm that's got the little circle in it. You could do that for little tags that go on gift packaging. Again, that arrow, super cute. So that comes with 16 stamps and 13 dies. It also has the matching loose Valentine's assortment. Ooh, that's a heavy little package of those too. Oh, I love them. They're like rubber. They're like a rubbery texture. But if you can see, they're not only hearts, there's lips, and there's, whoops, I didn't get any of the confetti. So there's like little, if you can see right there, whoops. There's like little pieces of confetti. Like if you were to look on the top of like a cupcake, you know, those little line ones. Then you've got like a little envelope. There's the little lips and white and pinks of the hearts. So, so cute. Oh, I love that. And like I said, it's like a foam, like a rubbery foam texture. So those will be able to stick really easy, or use those in shaker cards. You like the old cases better. Well, you know, I guess you say it is what it is, that yes, I like the way that they're stored. I like the way that I can see exactly what is inside of them. True, yes. But I have a huge Billy bookcase from IKEA that is completely full over here. Plus I have a box of stamps that are down on the floor. So as far as storage wise, I mean, I could probably keep buying the Billy cases full of them, but eventually I'm going to run out of room to put the bookcases. So with these, they store a lot. Now, I probably should sell a lot of my retired stamp sets, but I always go back and I'm like, oh my gosh, but I love this one. No, I love this one. Are you guys like that? Is it so hard to part with them? Maybe it's just me. And then there's also some more ribbon here that goes with this set. Now, there is another product that goes with this. It was little baggies for creating like little gift packaging. I didn't get that because I didn't feel like I do too many gifts for day. So I just didn't get that. This is really soft, really easy to bend and play with. It is thinner, so it makes really great little bows. It really, you know, kind of bows up nice. So that is called Fake linen ribbon, and that is in, I believe, Bubble Bath. Yep, Bubble Bath is the color of this. So really pretty, goes well with that. It actually, oh, I guess it doesn't go with the, I thought maybe it went with the Cute as a Bug because there is some pinks in with that, but that pink is petal pink. So it's a lot paler pink. It's not quite as bubble gummy looking like this one does. So those are a few of the new products. I'll have to get the stuff that is over at my mom's house, the stuff that she just ordered, and I'll have to bring that over for next Monday so I can share that with you guys as well, because she has some fantastic things. Now, the stuff that she got, I believe, is off of the January online exclusives, because there's going to be some new exclusives that are going to start, as well as that new catalog. And I think that's the stuff that she ordered, because I went ahead and ordered some stuff out of the catalog. Now I'm still picking through the things, but I knew there was just a few of them that I wanted right now, and that was those two. So, okay, let's get into our class for today. So I'm going to be using the Branching Out bundle. Now, I will tell you that the dies are out of stock right now, and it does say that those are supposed to be in next week. So the week of the 15th, they're supposed to come back in. The stamp set is in stock, but you're definitely going to want to save the 10% to buy this together. So it's due to be back in the store next week. Also, one thing that I want you guys to be aware of, if you're not aware of it yet, is we did just have a new like refresh to our last chance products, which is Stampin' Up's clearance rack. So there are some fantastic things in there. Now, I do want you guys to, I'm going to be completely transparent here. I want you guys to watch when you go to that last chance product. When you go to look in there and you're looking at products, if you see a full suite collection and if it has not been reduced, take the time to go back through page by page, because those items might be split up and you're going to get either the dies or maybe the stamp set at a very, very good discounted price. But that full suite collection, as you see on there, isn't reflecting that clearance price. Why is it like that? I don't know. I don't have an answer for it, but I want you guys to get the best bang for your buck. So definitely slow down. Don't just get excited because you see something on there and you want to get it before it's gone. Go through that list meticulously and make sure you're looking for exactly the things that are in that to see if maybe you can find it at a better price, it broken up. Yes, is a little bit more tedious? Yeah. But is it going to save you money? Yeah. So do the work, save yourself some dollars, and get it broken up if you need to. So just so you're aware of that. So this is what we're going to be playing with tonight. So the kit for this week is going to run from today, the 8th. So if you place an order with me today through the 14th, you are going to get a kit in the mail that looks a little bit like this. Yours is actually going to have a PDF in there. That's going to show you how to put all 3 of these cards together, but it's going to come with all your cut pieces of designer paper, any scraps that you need to cut any of the intended kit that this goes with. So you will need to have the branching out dies and stamps to make them exactly as I'm going to share with you tonight. But anything beyond that, like the ribbon that I use, which I am going to be using ribbon tonight, that is no longer available. So it's kind of a nice way to get some ribbon if you don't already have that and you have this set and you want to make these cards. I'm going to give you the ribbon that you need to make, the length of it that you're going to need to make your cards with. Now, anything that is beyond this set, like I am going to be using the double oval punch, I will have this layer already cut for you. So you'll just have to stamp on it and then put it on your card, because I can't do any stamping or you know, stuff like that for you. But you can also place your order with me of $35 or more in my store and get this kit and use something that is similar to this to create cards using this same paper. Just so you're aware that you don't have to have this set. It's just recommended to have this set to make these cards exactly as I'm sharing with you guys tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started with card number 1. So how do you get to my store? You're going to go to shopdannygarola.com. Over on the left-hand side, there is a tab that runs across the very first I guess button, the clickable thing, is going to say shop. That's how you're going to get into my store to go look at those last chance products, to, you know, look at the paper pumpkin sale that we have going on. It will flash up a bunch of the promos that we have going on, so you won't have to forget it or set yourself in a reminder, because you're going to see it once you go into that store. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull out all of our pieces for this card. So let me share with you guys. See, I jumped the gun here. This is the card that we're going to be making with this one. So just so you're gonna see what it is that's going on here. So I need to, it looks like I didn't score my card base. So this is 8.5 by 5.5, just a standard card base. I'm gonna score this at 4 1/4. You're going to find some still photos, a replay of this video, along with measurements over on my blog, pinkbarnstamper.com, tomorrow. So you can kind of just take your time and go through that if there's anything that you need. I also will have a supply list on there. Okay, so there is our card base. Now this is real red. I have a layer. This is... what was this? I think this one is 4 1/4 by 5 3/8 is this. And this is shaded spruce. And I actually ran that through the Distress Tile 3D embossing folder. Now yours will come. I will already pre-emboss it for you to be in your kit. So that is going to be our next layer. I have then brought in a 1-inch strip. This is the paper that is in the... This is the Elegant Pine Snowflake Designer Series paper. Beautiful paper. So we're going to use that 1-inch strip. And I forgot my little strip here of gold. So I'm also going to be using some of our gold foil sheet. So I will need that to go down that. I'm going to need a scrap of early espresso, a scrap of gold foil, and a scrap of black. So let's go ahead and get started here. I'm going to grab my green glue. Now this is longer than my piece, but I'm just going to cut off the excess of whatever I don't use. But this is just a 1-inch strip. Okay, so I'm just going to line that up right over there on the left-hand side. And I'm going to give that a good push because I have this embossed. I want to make sure that I push that so it really gets adhered to that paper. Are they going to be selling those sleeves so we can convert old sets to them? Yes. I believe they're actually in the store. Oh, wait a minute. I think somebody was already answering. Yes, they are selling the sleeves. What do they run? It looks like they are 10 for $16. All right, cool. Thank you, Linda, for coming in and responding. Hello, Melanie. It's been a hot minute, lady. Okay. Ooh, you heard that free shipping is coming. I did not know that. I haven't heard about that. Okay, so I'm going to take my gold foil piece here. And since I already have to cut this, I'm going to go ahead and just leave this the length, but I'm going to do this at just 1/4 of an inch. Now this one's a little bit wider. I think this one is probably, I'm going to say probably about 3/8 of an inch, but I want a little bit thinner than what I have on that. And that is just going to go down my seam. So I'm just going to place that over that seam. Okay, again, give that a good push to make sure that it adheres down. Okay, let's go ahead and cut the excess off. Okay, like so. And then now this is just going to get adhered right onto my Real Red card base. And yeah, I'm going to go a little bit heavy on the glue because I do have that embossed. So I want to make sure that those raised pieces really get adhered to the front of my card. Okay, we're going to go like that. Give that a minute to adhere down. Okay, and now with my pieces here, I need my gold foil, and then with my oh, that distracted me. Sorry, there's some paper stuck in here, and I was like, wait a minute, why is my die have green in it? But I can see it now. There's a piece of white paper that is stuck inside of there, so it was just messing with me. So it made me lose my train of thought. I am going to be using the embossing or the dies here, and I'm going to use this one right here. And again, there's some white pieces in there. I'm going to lay this on here. I'm going to go once going this way, like so, in that corner with this, and then I'll flip it around and do it in this corner. And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and die cut 2 of those. So this is what those look like when you get those. Aren't those so pretty? Then with this little one down here, this little berry like looking branch, I'm going to do that on my early espresso. And when I do, I'm going to get a piece that looks like that. Do you see the magic of TV? Isn't that fabulous? Things are already cut for you. Woohoo! Okay, so then we're going to just simply add these to this card base. But first, what I want to do is I want to cut these apart. So I'm just going to take this and just snip that right at those, like at the little fork in the road. And then I have 2 separate little branches. So I'm going to take that one. Just put a little bit of glue at the end there. And I'm going to stick it right like so. Same with this one, just at the little end here. And that one's going to go over there. And the same thing, cut at that intersection. All right, and then this one, this little brown one, it's just to add an extra little element to that, and that's going to go right in the center there. Whoops. If it will stick to the paper, not me. All right, and then on our black piece here, we're going to take our Versamark, and let me find my sentiment that I want. I'm going to use Thinking of You Brings Joy to My Heart. I need my little powder bag here, dust that off. I'm going to use some white embossing powder. So let's stamp that right like so. Add that into that white. Okay, just like that. That looks good. I'm going to grab the heat tool. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. I'm just rounding around those higher points of the letters and just going around. Okay, just like that. Oh, sounds like my kids just got home. Either that or my mom just got home. I don't know, I just heard a car pull up. All right, then I'm bringing in some of this. It's called Gold Twisted Thread. This is no longer available, but it will be in your kit when you place your order with me and get this in the mail. Nope, it's my kids. I can hear the music bumping. Okay, so I'm just going to take some of that and just make a big bow here. Okay, just like that. Hey, make sure you guys go shut the gate. So we're going to go ahead and put a mini glue dot on this. And I'm going to grab my take your pick tool to take this off of here. Thank you. Maybe. There we go. And then I'm going to take that and I'm going to turn it sideways right there in that intersection of all of those meeting up. And then with this, we're going to take some of the mini black dimensionals and put that on there. And then I'm just going to place that over center section. Okay, just like that. And then to kind of give this some more of that red to it, I'm going to bring in, I am loving these. I think I better order another one before they're gone. I think these are actually in the last chance products. I'm going to go ahead and use some of these little red ones. Just like that, to add just a little pop of red. You could take some and put them on that little brown little twig of berries there, but I think that adds just a perfect little pop of red. And these are so sparkly and fabulous, and they come in those 4 colors, so you can't go wrong. You'll have them for every project. Let's do an inside to this. I don't think I cut a inside piece for this. So we're going to come in here and grab a scrap of that. And let's cut that's exactly 4 inches. So I'm going to cut a 3/4 inch piece. And we will lay that what is the measurement of this? Ooh, what in the world? How did I get such a big, hold on a second. I grabbed the wrong inside piece. I don't know why I have full pieces in there. Who knows? I must have been not thinking or something. Brain was preoccupied. Imagine that. We're going to put that right inside of there. Oh, Kimberly must be talking about physical therapy. She said they kicked her butt today, so I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. It's so funny that you said that because my brother-in-law had a knee replacement done today. And that's what I was telling them, is that the surgery itself, you're asleep during it. So that's not that big deal of a deal. It's the rehab that you have to go through afterwards that hurts. That's the part that's not fun. Well, that's awesome that you got to walk around TJ Maxx with your daughter after therapy. That's fabulous. First time out shopping. Oh, I'm sure you probably had a blast. But just remember that you may have been feeling good then. Just make sure you keep upon your pain meds so it's not hurting you later. All right, so we have thinking of you brings joy to my heart. Wishing you a day filled with many happy moments. That's kind of cute. Or happiest birthday wishes. I like that this has got other things and it's not just Christmas like themed. You can do a winter themed birthday card, a thinking of you. Thinking of you brings joy to my heart. Wishing you a day full of many happy moments. I'm going to do that. Do I already have that stamp out here? I don't think so. I like the big hello. I like that font. It reminds me of, what's that called? Oh, it must have gotten cold in here. My heater just kicked on. What is that called? It's like journaling. Calligraphy, I think is what it's called. I don't know. All right, so I'm going to take this one and using real red ink because I don't have, well, I do have red going on inside of the card. Maybe I should have done, well, you know what? We're just going to commit. I should have done shaded spruce. But we're already there and it's all gravy. Yeah, because we don't have really any green going on, but whatever. Okay, and I was thinking I might want to stamp. That's where I'm going to get my shaded spruce from. I'm going to stamp shaded spruce, and I'm going to just take the trio of those spruce or pines or whatever you want to call those, and I'm just going to do that right up here in this corner. Perfect. That worked out good. All right, so there is our fantastic card number 1. Okay, I did this one with pecan for that little brown, but I think I like the darker better. I don't like the light, so I wanted to go ahead and switch that up and do the early espresso. And this thing looks a little bit wonky. It looks like I was drunk. I promise there has been no drinking before this card making class. All right, so there we go. That's card 1. All right, let me move some of this stuff out of the way so we can get to card number 2. Okay, card number 2 looks like this. It's kind of on the simple side, but I thought this would be a perfect masculine card. We do have the sentiment that says happiest birthday wishes. That would be great for this card. So I am using, I'm using a Mossy Meadow base. Oh, look, I cut an inside piece for that one. And I am also using that paper, wherever it may be. Where did my paper go? Are you kidding me right now? I didn't cut myself a piece of paper. This is called Season of Elegance specialty paper, and it comes with the Real Red. I think it's Real Red. No, maybe it's Cherry Cobbler. Comes with Cherry Cobbler like this. I think I've used it all. I made some of these ornaments with this paper. So that is the Cherry Cobbler that comes in that. And then you get the Pretty Peacock Beige and the Mossier Olive. It's got both those colors in there, but we need to cut a piece of this. Since apparently, unless I stuck it in a different envelope, but who knows. So we're gonna do 4 by 5 1/4. All right, there's my card base, Mossy Meadow, and then this is just going to adhere. No, I think I like it this way. So I'm going to go ahead and just adhere that down. You guys see these nails? So I'm not really a naily person, but I saw these and I love that they like shift in the light. They're called Cat's Eye. Not digging the green, but it's festive. So I went ahead and went with the festive thing. It looks like I've been up the Grinch's butt or something with this. It's not even really like a pretty green. It's kind of a funky green, but I just thought they were kind of fun. Now, these are not like go to the salon and spend hours in the chair getting your nails done. No, 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 no. These are just regular press-on nails. But like I was talking about yesterday in my video that I did for my paper pumpkin scrapbook layout, these are not your grandma's press-on nails. These things are stuck like Chuck. So was it Saturday night I put this one on, just the pinky. So in yesterday's video, if you go back and you watch that, I only had one nail done because I was thinking, press-on nails. I remember when I was younger and I tried press-on nails and they would just pop immediately. You know, you would just hit something and they'd fall right off. These things are almost like you've put glue on there. They're stuck. So if you have tried press-on nails back in the day, try them again. They're not what they used to be. They're pretty adhesive sticky now. Okay, so on with that. So I have a piece of the gold foil again, and for this one I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3, the third one up. Okay, and on that gold foil, I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut that out. And when I do, I'm going to get this piece here. Then on the next one down, so number 2, if I'm starting at the smallest going up, number 2, I'm going to die cut on a piece of basic white. When I do, I'm going to get my white one. Then on my, let me move these scraps over here. And on the earthen tone, this is a big 12 by 12. You get 2 of these sheets. This is so pretty. It's almost like a bronze look to it. It's called the Earthen Tone Metallic Specialty Paper. You get actually 3 sheets of 12 by 12 in this one. I am going to take, whoops, the little pine cone right here. This little pine cone. And I'm going to die cut that 3 times. And when I do, I'm going to get 1, 2, 3. Okay. So let me set that aside. Now we are going to go ahead and do some stamping on this piece here. So I'm going to need, there are 2 different branches. Let me put this stuff away because we don't need this out. There are 2 different branches in here. I'm actually using this shorter branch right here for this. And I'm going to use Early Espresso. My green matches my cards. It does. It matches more this one. The first one with that shaded spruce, I was like, oh, my nails look awful. They look like baby poop or, or something. It just looked, ugh. But you know what? It's whatever. Okay, so I'm going to do this coming down right like so. And then I'm going to grab Old Olive. And then I'm going to grab the trio. So right here we've got, now there's two sets of the trio of the pine. This one right here, I'm assuming goes on this one, the bigger one. I don't know, I could be wrong. But this one right here, the ones that are closer together, they actually fit pretty good on these here. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. So it's right here. And I'm going to line it up on this one. Maybe. If I can see what the heck I'm doing here. Like so. And then do the same thing on this one. Then using the single one, so right up here there's a single. I'm going to do that coming off of this and coming off of this one. Then we've got, it has all these little dots. Now you've got two different ones with the little dots on it. You've got ones that are like perfectly round, almost like they're little berries. And then you've almost got like some snow falling. I'm going to use the snow one. And I'm going to grab pecan pie. And I'm just going to stamp this 1, 2, just like that. Then with my little pine cones here, just going to add just a dabble of glue to the back of that. Set that one coming down the middle. Okay, and then this one's going to come off the side over here. Okay, just like that. Now that is going to get adhered onto the gold. Give that a second to adhere to that gold foil. All right, then I need the sentiment that says sent with lots of love, which I have right here. And I'm gonna grab just a piece of white, and I am going to get the glue booger off my finger. I want the smaller oval, but of course it's going to cut both of them. And using the early espresso, yeah, it does. When you say that you like them with the little dots in it, yeah, because it adds texture to your images when you stamp them. I agree. And in that new catalog, we do have a couple of stamp sets. I think my mom, that's one that she actually got. It's actually not in the new stamp set. Or in the new catalog. It's actually in the January coming up online exclusives. There's a couple of texture stamp sets in there that are great for doing texturing and just giving a little bit more detail to that image. Okay, so there is that. I'm going to move that out of the way, but we are going to need that again. I'm going to bring in some of this. I've got a whole spool of it. I think I actually have 2 spools of this. that it is no longer available, but it's so beautiful. I'm just gonna take this and tie a bow. Pinch that down, pull that, tie a bow. I don't want a huge bow. So we're gonna pull some of those in and then take that and pull those down to make our tails face downwards. I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna cut just a small portion off of these tails. Ow, and I cut my finger, yikers. Ooh-wee. Nope, no blood, good. Yikes. I think I felt it and stopped in time. I thought that was gonna be a gusher, but it didn't. It didn't even go through the skin. But it got my nail. Maybe that's why I was meant to have these nails on, so I didn't cut through myself. Okay, so now we are going to add some dimensionals to this. Okay, oops, going the wrong way. I mean, you could go that way. That doesn't look bad, but pine cones normally don't poke up, they face down because weight, gravity works. Okay, I'm gonna place that right like so. Okay, this one, I'm gonna put a little dimensional on the side here and then put some glue on this side because this side's gonna stick to this corner here. I'm just gonna place that on there. This side has the dimensional on it, so it's gonna be the same height as this layer. I can pull these pine cones up. That's why I only put glue on the back of the pine cones, so these kind of pop up and have some texture. Where did I put those? Okay, we're gonna use another mini glue dot here. Put that on our bow. And then I'm gonna place this right up here. Okay. And then it doesn't abstract too much of that image because you can see through this mesh. I think this is such pretty ribbon. So there is that card. Now we can even go a step further. We could add some of the gold on there. What I was thinking is because we've got these little brown, that this might be kind of cool on there. These are called the streaked dots. Now these look like, they almost look like a wood grain, but I thought those might be kind of neat on there. Because again, if we were gonna make this a masculine card, we don't want it super blingy. I mean, it's blingy enough, but I think I'm just gonna go just like that. Okay, let's get an inside. Make sure I get my inside the right size. And then with this strip here, There's not much gold on that, but there's just a bit. I know I cut the other one. Let me see. This one's better. Let's use this one instead. This one's got better gold on it. Okay, sent with lots of love. We could do happiest birthday wishes, or we've got to a very special someone. I think I'm going to do that, because my last card is going to be birthday. I'm going to use that birthday sentiment. So I'm going to use early espresso. To a very special someone. Okay. Like that. Am I crooked? I think it's okay. I'm going to use those little dots again. Just to give it a little bit of texture. There we go. Okay, so there is a very beautiful, but still on the masculine side, card number 2. Okay, and let's move those out of the way. Now, for card number 3, I will show you the one that I did to have as a sample to share with you guys, but I'm changing it. I'm changing the colors, and I will tell you why kind of as we go. And then you guys get your own idea of what you think you like better. So here is the one that I made, but I'm going to change the colors up drastically. Not that because I don't like, obviously I love pink, but I'll tell you as we go. So I'm going to grab my pieces here. So we have a pretty peacock base. I have taken, again, with that pine snowflake paper, and I cut it with the largest die right there. I've cut that. Then taking a large white scrap with a large piece, I have taken that biggest die. So die number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 5. And I have laid those together just like that on a white piece. Well, not just like that, because I've obviously got that to be about the same width all the way around. I then take my tape and I tape this down, and then I run that through my die cutting machine. And when I do, you're gonna get a frame like this. So then my frame is then going to frame this designer series paper. Then with number 1, I've taken that on a scrap of white, Okay, on a scrap of white, I die cut that, and then I get my small one. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this to my pine paper. And again, using that multi-purpose glue to get some wiggle room and get that on there. Okay, like that. That is then gonna go on my card base, but first we're gonna do some things to this card base. I'm gonna grab those little dots again. Now I need to clean this because I don't want pecan on my pretty peacock. I actually want to take pretty peacock on pretty peacock. And I'm going to use this. I'm just going to take these and I'm just going to stamp these along the edge. Okay, just like that. Okay, we're gonna pop this up on that. Where are my elevators? Okay, and then just getting that even on there, like so. All right, so I'm gonna set that aside. Now the next thing that we need is I need some scraps of our white paper. I'm gonna set that over there. I need my water painter. I need a couple of colors here. I think I'm gonna use, what did I want? I definitely want early espresso. I need my red, my cherry cobbler, Stampin' Blends. And I think with this, I think I want to grab shaded spruce also, because we've got some different greens going on in this paper. I think those two actually. I think I'm going to set that one aside. And what I want to do is I'm going to die cut 2 of these right here. So I don't have these die cut first. So I'm going to go ahead and die cut these out really quick. So I need 2 of these. I should have had them die cut out. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking that I was probably going to paint my paper first and then die cut, but I think I changed my mind because I decided to do it a different way. So that's probably why. Because I wanted the stems to be a different color. So that's why I knew I needed to water paint them once I have them cut. Okay, so here's the second one. Okay, there's 2 of those. Then I want to take this strip right here. And I have another long piece of white that I'm just going to go ahead and run that along. Die cut that. Okay, there's that piece. Well, it's kind of stuck in my paper here. There we go. Okay, there's that one. And then I need a couple of pine cones, and I'll do those after I watercolor those. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't set that there so I don't lose it. So coming in with, I'm going to do early espresso first. I should move these just because we're messing with water and all this good stuff. So just getting a little bit of water in. Now what I've done is I've squeezed this, so when it's closed, I take it and I squeeze it like this, and that's what gets the ink on the inside of that lid. And I'm just going to put some water right in there and then take my water painter and just do the stems of these along with this one. Now you can come back in and get a little bit darker and some of that darker, and just kind of darken it up in certain areas so it looks like it's real wood. Okay, there's those. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just going to come down the whole center. Okay, just like that. Now I do have those little white ones that are left not done, which is fine. So I'm going to set that there. I'm going to take some of this ink and I'm just going to, and I'm not being careful, I'm just running color on here. I'm just doing a big enough area that I can do a couple of those pine cones. That's plenty. Okay. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry. And then now I'm done with that. I'm going to grab some of that shaded spruce. And then just clean my brush just a little bit to get that brown out of there. And see, I'm not being careful at all. I'm just putting color on there. And then with Old Olive, I'm going to pick up some of that color and then come in here and add that as well. And I can get a little bit darker and just add some darker in there. Okay, there's that one. Let's come in here and do this one. Kind of hard to see with the mess that happens underneath there, but I'll hold them up in just a minute and let you see exactly what those look like. I see I have some white spots still trying to peek through, and I don't want white spots. I want my pine firs to be very piney. Okay, I think that is all I need for that. I'm going to go ahead and close these, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. I'm going to come back in with, now I'm going to let these ones sit over here and dry. But that is what those look like. They have all those different color greens in there, even though we've only used shaded spruce and old olive. It depends on how dark you get certain sections. So it really gives it kind of that realistic pine look. So I'm going to set those there, give those just a second to dry. And I'm going to clean out my brush here really quick before I put that away, so that water is clear coming out of that brush. So the next time I go to use it, I don't transfer green onto anything. Now with my cherry cobbler Stampin' Blends, I'm just going to come in here and color all these little balls on the end of this. And that's exactly why I said it doesn't really matter whether or not we get all the brown, as long as the stem is covered. Okay, I'm going to flip this around. I've got a little bit of curl going on here, so I'm going to just bend that back. Okay, that is that. All right, we're done with that. Okay, we've got these. Now, while those, I'm just going to give those just a tiny bit longer to dry. And while those are drying, I'm going to take my pine cone die. Try to put these dies back so they're not falling all over the place. Okay, there it is. And I'm going to go cut 3 of these. Okay. And one more. All right. Okay, so there's all of those. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start getting these on there. Now I'm going to cut this in half because I'm going to actually use both of those. But it's better to just cut once, die cut once, and then cut them in half after you've got them colored and everything. Okay, so for this, I'm going to go ahead and glue that one there. You can pick your little pines up and make those kind of curl up a little bit to give some texture. Okay, this one. What in the heck? The underneath is white? Really? Where did he find that at? He had to have gone on the mountains and cut it. It feels soft, isn't pokey. Huh. Well, that sounds fantabulous. We were debating about getting a real tree this year. Kind of debating on whether or not doing it, but they're so expensive down here to get a real tree. And then they don't even last. Like if I was to get it after Thanksgiving, like we normally do our tree is the weekend after Thanksgiving, we put our tree up. If we were to get a real tree, it would be dead by now. Just saying, it's so dry, even though you keep water and Sprite and lemon or whatever the heck it is that you put underneath them, it probably really would not last till Christmas. And they're like $100. And I was like, nope, I'm not paying $100 for something to just sit in my house and die. I can't do it. So we went ahead and put the artificial tree up again. We've gotten kind of used to doing that down here. Okay, so I'm just putting those on there like so. Then I'm going to grab some of my pine cones. I'm going to tuck this pine cone right underneath this pine. This one's going to tuck in up here. And then this one is going to go right down below here. Kind of like that. Okay, there's that. I need to grab my Wink of Stella. I didn't do it on this one, but I just looked at this and thought, you know what? That needs a little bit of Wink. But I need you guys to help me with this. So to put my sentiment across here, let me lay this on here so you just kind of get to see all the colors happening, going on here. So this is going to lay on like so. Do you think I should use Lost Lagoon? So you can see what that kind of looks like, and we would put the sentiment on that. Or should I go ahead and stay with Pool Party? What do you think? I kind of think I like Pool Party, but you guys tell me, Pool Party or Lost Lagoon? Lost Lagoon is just a touch darker. Than the Pool Party. I don't know, I'm thinking Pool Party. You guys tell me what you think while I go ahead and get this part put on there. You like Lost Lagoon. We have a Pool Party. Okay, we need a tiebreaker. Okay, I'm going to put that right. Oops, move it over. Like so. Okay, we've got, oh geez, we've got 2 Lost Lagoons and 2 Pool Parties. You guys are killing me. You know what? I wonder how that would look. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your panties. Did we get a tiebreaker? We're not much help. Well, you're helpful, but... There's too much back and forth. Okay, let's see here. What do I need this to measure? I need this to measure 1 3/4. Okay, so hold on. Let me look at something here. So if I did 1 3/4, and if I was to put this right here, what if I took a couple of these little flagged ends and made it look like it's shadowing? A banner. Do you like the banner or no? No. Okay. Get rid of it. Alrighty. Get that out of the way. Alright, I've already cut pool party, so we're going to go with pool party, and I think I'm going to stamp, this time I'm going to stamp Pretty Peacock on that. And I'm going to do that birthday. Happiest birthday wishes. And I wonder if I flag that. Oh, hold on a minute. I have a thought. Oh, hold on. My thought may not be a good one, but I just want to see something really quick. We're going to try something. Let me cut this out of this really quick. Now this may not be wide enough. Oh, by golly, it's going to be. Ooh, that fits like a glove. Oh my goodness, I think I like it. What do you guys think? Do you like it with the flag or do you like it just solid? Let me move this. That's it, solid. So it's the same width as that. Or do you guys like it with the banner? What do you think? I think I like the banner. I like the little flagged ends. Marty! Jeez Louise. So tell me your thoughts. Do you like the banner? Or do you like it where it's just even on the sides? Banner, banner. Okay. All right. Good. I'm glad I grabbed that banner. Yep. Okay. Perfect. So this has got a lot of dimension going on to it, which is okay, but maybe not the easiest thing to mail. This might be one of those, you need to just hand somebody this card. I'll be done in just, you can come in here. I'm almost done. I'm just finishing up. It was my mom that pulled up. See, I told you guys. Perfect. Isn't that? Oh, see, you guys. Oh, I love it. Oh, wait a minute. We forgot to put some wink on there. Let's add some wink. We're going to put some wink on these pine cones. Just because I should have done them first, but you know what? We might as well just wink everything.
It's nice in here.
I know, that heater just kicked on. Look, and we can do it on the berries. I mean, you could sit here and wink the whole card if you wanted to, but we're just going to put a little bit of sparkle. I know it's just a birthday card, but it would make somebody's birthday awfully special. All right, so let's add an inside to this card. Okay. Let me grab a piece of that paper and cut that. So as you're looking at these, and you can see my sample card that I did was in the bubble bath. Which one do you like better? Do you like this green blue of the pretty peacock, or do you like the bubble bath? So my main thing is why I changed it for you guys. Oh, they said, hi, Danny's mom. That was Kimberly.
Hi.
The reason I thought it got so lost on this, like this stuff was really hard to see because this was so busy. I thought I needed more white on my designer series paper. I'm really digging this one. I like that banner. I should almost take this off and put a banner. Okay, so let's add this on that inside piece. Okay. And let's see if we can find another sentiment to fit inside of this.
That's a confident stamper.
Why?
Put the inside, glue it down before you stamp it.
Okay, so we've got this one, wishing you a day filled with many, many happy moments.
Nice.
That's cute with happy birthday. Okay, so do we want to stamp pretty peacock, or should I do shaded spruce? No, we're gonna do pretty peacock. I think shaded spruce might just make it kind of goofy.
We can use shaded or pretty peacock whenever we can.
Yes, I know. Okay, so wishing you a day. Hopefully I'm not a crooked head. Nope, that turned out fabulous. Ooh, nailed it. That's when you say winning. All right, I'm gonna take, we're gonna do this again, just because I like how that turned out in that other card. I'm gonna take these trio of pines again. We're gonna go inside a shaded spruce again. But this time, I think I'm gonna stamp off once. We're gonna go second gen. And then that's where we're gonna get our shaded spruce in here. Oh, fabulous. Fabulous. Alrighty, you guys. So let me get all these stamps out of the way and bring in my 3 cards. And see, there you can see the difference. Same card, I mean, as far as design, but 2 completely different colors. You guys can see that you can make these in so many different colors. Grab out your designer series paper, see what you like, cut away at these things, and make some fabulous cards. All right, let me bring in the other 2. I'm gonna move this one out and bring these in. It looks like it was a gold kind of day. We've got some sparkly going on with Wink of Stella. We've got gold going on both of these. I must have been in a shimmery kind of mood today. I guess that must have been my mode. All right, you guys, thank you so much for coming in and joining me this week. Again, when you place an order of $35 or more in my online store, you're going to receive this fabulous kit, including the ribbons that you're going to need, but you are going to need to have the branching out. I did tell you guys that the dies were out of stock right now. They are due to be back in next week, but you can always go in there. Be sure to get your Paper Pumpkin subscriptions. That's going to get you this kit in the mail. And then next week you can come back and get those dies and the branching out. And then you'll be able to put this kit together. All right, you guys, as always, don't forget to create, craft, and spread kindness. And I will see you guys back here next week. Don't forget that this Wednesday, I will be putting out the supply list for our mystery stamping challenge over on Pink Barn Stamper group on Facebook. So be sure to go over there so you can join us coming up next Wednesday, the 17th, when I actually go live and do the mystery stamping card for you guys. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves. Stay warm out there. Stay out of that crazy weather that you're getting. I know somebody had said that they were going to get a couple feet of snow or inches of snow. I can't remember who said that. Was that, I think it was Linda. Oh, if my mouse would, oh, there we go. Who was it? It was back towards the beginning. Somebody was going to be getting some snow. Mom, who was it? It was 1 to 3 inches of snow overnight. That was Linda. Yes. So Linda, you stay warm. Try not to have to go out and drive it all in that crazy snow, but you're probably used to it. All right, guys, take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.